That damn coronavirus. Are you tired of hearing about it? It's everywhere. But there's some really important things that you need to know about taking care of your family member, whether they're at home or if they're living in a facility, an assisted living, a nursing home. I have some facts for you coming up, and I'm going to end up with how to use the antibacterial hand gel because you're doing it wrong. Hi there, I'm Sofia. Thanks so much for watching this really important video today. I work in long-term care and I have learned so much about the coronavirus, and I feel like it's my duty to try to continue to spread the message out there about why the world is so crazy about this virus. And I feel like it's my duty to protect my 94-year-old dad who lives in a facility, as well as all my patients who I work with in long-term care. So I'm really hoping this video is going to help you and your elderly family members that you take care of, even if it's just a little bit. So please watch to the end. There are so many naysayers out there who just want to say, it's the media, it's just not that big a deal. But really it is a big deal. And I'm not saying the media isn't exploding this out of proportion, but it doesn't mean turn your back on the situation. You really need to know what's going on and how you can protect your family member and yourself. So here are just this morning a few of the facts that I read about this new coronavirus. As it compares to the flu, because a lot of people are saying, well, the flu affected so many more hundreds of thousands of people and so many more people died, and this is not even close to being as big a deal as that. Well, here's a couple of facts. The regular influenza flu killed about 1 in 1,000 people who got it. The new coronavirus is killing about 1 in 100 people who get it. And with the flu, I have to tell you, I've worked at my long-term care facility for 10 years. In a 10-year period of time, I've not had one patient who got the flu. And the reason for that is because the second they hit the door, they are given a flu vaccination. And not having one flu case in 10 years is amazing. However, there's no vaccine for the coronavirus, and that is what is making it so scary. And along with the fact that it is more contagious than the influenza, the fact that there is no vaccination for it, there is no cure for it. At least with the influenza flu, there is Tamiflu medication that if you can catch it in the early stages can help stop the influenza flu, but there's no medication or treatment for coronavirus. And with the regular influenza flu, given the fact that it's been in our community for years, even though it kind of mutates from time to time, we all kind of gain an immunity to it. Which, because the coronavirus is new, and that's why they call it the novel coronavirus, none of us, including our elderly family members, have had the opportunity to build up any kind of immunity to it. And this is why there's just so much widespread panic and a huge attempt and push to try to stop the spread of this disease. The thought of the nursing home up in Washington where the coronavirus got in and killed so many people, it crushes my heart. And the thought of that virus getting in my facility and harming or killing patients that I know and I love and I've known for years, that thought just crushes me. And the thought of me being the one who happened to carry this virus into the facility where my dad lived and bring harm to him and the other residents there that he lives with, I would not want to be that person. So I'm going to take every precaution that I can, even if it is being overcautious, because you know what, you don't want to be the one. You don't. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about the precautions that we take at my work. They're not as drastic as I've heard some other facilities have, but what we are doing is limiting visitation, just because you don't know, you want to limit the contact of people coming into the facility. We are not allowing anyone 18 years old or under in the building, and this is a corporate mandate that's come down. Our corporate owns, I want to say 100 facilities, and every one of our facilities have the same mandate. So no one under 18 is allowed in. And the reason for that is because children, they just touch everything. And you don't know where they've been, and it's hard to limit them in contact, which is really important. And so in your home, and when you your family members, you may want to consider limiting people coming into your home. Visitors, I know they mean well, they want to see your family member, they want to visit with you, but you just don't know where they've been, who they've been in contact with. And so that's why they are trying to keep contact, especially with children, to a minimum, even in the home environment. In our facility, we're trying to, we have limited the number of hours that people can visit, and we're also trying to limit the contact that family members are having with the patients, meaning not to touch them so much, their bedding, their bed. Again, just trying to eliminate any possibility of what you carried outside coming in. And so the same things I would say in your home, if people are coming in and out of your house, to try to minimize the contact with your elderly family member. And of course, to keep some of the antibacterial hand sanitizer gel around, to use that ahead of time. And I'm going to show you how to use it properly before you provide care or make contact with your family member. One of the things that I hear family members ask when they're being told about some of the restrictions in visitation and touching and things is they want to know, can they wear gloves so that they can continue to make contact with their family member who's in the facility. And the thinking behind having to say no is that generally when you're at home and you're taking care of your family member and you're encouraged to wear gloves, that's to protect you as a caregiver from getting something from your family member while you're changing their diaper or doing wound care, that kind of thing. However, the thinking is different in this circumstance because now we're trying to protect the patient or your family member from anything that you might have carried in. So when you think about it, in order for you to put on a pair of gloves, you have to touch the outside of it and put it on, and that defeats the purpose because then you're just going to touch the patient or the family member. And that's why the use of gloves does not take place of using the hand sanitizer gel. So really quick, I think a lot of you, because I've seen it on the news when they're talking about using the hand gel, they're not even using the proper technique as they're showing it on the news, and it makes me crazy. So I'm going to show you real quick the proper way to use hand gel. This is what all health care workers are taught to do to minimize the chances of you carrying something to your family member. I'm going to show you how to do it right. Now, this is crazy. I went to go buy hand sanitizer and there's none. There's none out there in the stores. You know that because you're probably having a hard time finding it also. Luckily, I had a million of these tiny little hand sanitizers that reps come in and give to me. So I'm collecting a bunch of those. So the first thing that you want to notice is I don't have rings on. We at the hospital don't wear jewelry because it's just yucky to get the gel, and we have to gel so many times in the day. So I wouldn't recommend that you wear a ring because it's going to get all gunky, and a dull diamond is not a beautiful diamond. So you're going to want to put a good amount on your hand, and this process should take minimum 20 seconds. So you're going to rub your hands together, of course. You want to go in between your fingers on both sides like this. Okay, you want to rub your thumb on both sides. Okay, then you want to take the palms of your hands and go like wash the ends of your fingers on both sides. And then you want to follow up with rubbing your hands together until the gel is gone. Okay, this whole process should take at least 20 seconds. Okay, when you're done, yes, your hands might feel a little gunky, and what do? people go like this, and they wipe it off, or they wipe it on a towel. Well, and that just defeated the purpose, because what is on my sweater? Bacteria, germs, my dogs, whatever, somebody who coughed on me, it's on me. So I do not want to touch myself, a dirty old towel that's sitting on the counter. You don't want to do that. So if you just go like this, that gunky feeling will go away when the alcohol evaporates. And a lot of people say, I don't like to use gel because it makes my hands dry. Well, the gels that are out there now have moisturizers in them, and if you wipe it off, people want to wipe it off, it's taking the moisturizers out, but they're made so that once the alcohol evaporates, what's left is moist. And right now my hands are nice and moist. They do not feel gunky. They feel moisturized. Don't touch anything. Now you're ready to provide care to your parent. And this is what you should have everyone who comes in your house do, including, any children, visitors, even though you're trying to keep them to a minimum. This is also what I do when I go visit my dad at the facility. It's not worth it to take a chance. One thing also to know, healthcare workers who do direct patient care are not allowed to have fake fingernails, and that's because the bacteria can get stuck underneath there and making it difficult to use your proper hand gelling technique. So if you have fake nails, keep in mind that you might not be able to cleanse them all the way, so don't say I didn't tell you so. Who knows what the future is going to be with the coronavirus in the next weeks or months. Hopefully it's not going to spread. And you know what, if a day comes when it doesn't spread, the naysayers are going to say, see, it wasn't a big deal. But really, I have to think that it didn't spread because we are all taking precautions and trying to educate people. I'm not saying be crazy and panic. I'm just saying be informed, be proactive, do what you can to protect the seniors in your family. I hope this video helped you even a little bit. Please share it. It's really important information. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.